Hello and welcome to, as the title says, a character creation video for Gw2. This is our main screen and we're gonna click on an empty slot and do create. If you're new to the game, you probably have 5 slots that you can choose from, but once you're in game you can buy a new one with either in-game money or real money. The first thing that pops up are 5 races. And we're gonna start from left to right. So left is a race named Char. They're a beast-like race that live in the Black Citadel and invade the areas around them. They consist of 3 legions, and their mortal enemies are the Flame Legion. They basically are stereotyped as brutal, vicious beasts, but they I personally like them the least because they are not that good for jumping puzzles and they jump and moan awkwardly every time I play it with them. That's for really stupid reasons, but I don't know. Their elite skills, every single one of these has their special race elite skills, but I don't really use any of them, and I don't think they're I don't think you should choose your race just because of the skills it provides as an extra. Next one, we have a human. Not much to say about that. Their main city is Divinity's Reach, and their mortal enemies are the Separatists. I feel like I did not pronounce that right. They are kind of an agile race. I like them because of that. They're overused. Everyone has a human, so you should pick something else because this is pretty normal. Then these are the Norn, which are like gigantic humans, which believe in spirits and animals, spirit animals, and they can shapeshift into an animal depending on which one you choose as your belief. Then the next one is an Azora, which is my favorite race, which are like these dwarf-like creatures that came from underground. They were chased out by a dragon that invaded together with its minions, and now they live in a cube-like area that floats in air, and they do a lot of technology stuff. And these are the last, not the least, Sylvari, which live in a plant, and they're plant people, and Sylvari are not born. So they don't have a gender, as far as I know. And basically those are your 5 races. We're gonna pick an Azora because that's my favorite race, and let's go. This is pretty self-explanatory. Male, female, I'm gonna do female. Next. Okay, so these are your classes. You have 3 light, so Elementalist, Necromancer, and Mesmer. You have Medium, Ranger, Engineer, and Thief, and you have Heavy, Warrior, and Guardian. So the first class I'm going to talk about is the Elementalist. I'm going to just quickly say what it's about. So it has 4 elements. You can use all of those elements. You have arcane skills too. Okay, I'm going to try not to talk fast. And basically that sums them up. They're good for DPS and a heal build. Then, okay, the next one is the Necromancer. They're basically used for condition applying and condition stealing. I think they work well in a big group. I don't think they're not that suited for solo, at least in my case they weren't. By the way, this is what my Necro looked like. I think anyone that plays a Necro should build them for conditions, but you can experiment with other builds, which I never did. Then the last one for light is a Mesmer, which is my favorite one. That's a class I use all the time. Wow, that looks really ridiculous. They play around with illusions and clones, and they're really confusing to fight in the world and player versus player because you cannot tell which one is the real one. And they can also do a lot of DPS and a lot of tanking. Uh, they have a quite balanced build if you know how to use them right. Then we start with our middle Ranger, which can be both long range and short range, and they have pets with them which you can use. They're scattered all around Tyria and you can tame a lot of them. I'm gonna have a video about that too. And yep, I have not played with engineers a lot, but they offer a variety of weapons, and whichever weapons you choose as your utility skills open up a new set of skills on your left side, and you can use a lot of potions, and they use a lot of potions and stuff like that. Then we have a thief. A thief is really annoying in WoW World and PvP because you can stealth a lot and you can have your build, so you literally stealth all the time. And they use a lot of DPS. The DPS build is the one that most people use, and it can one-shot pretty much everyone if used right. Then you have a warrior, which is the class that you can solo dungeons with. Here we have a Mickey Mouse Azora warrior. Alright. And that's an evil layer. You can build them, I think, as tanks too, but I have not seen many warrior tanks. It's better for DPS because they do a lot of damage. And the last one is the Guardian. The Guardian is a tank, and you can. I see people use it for DPS too. I have no idea why, because they should be used as tanks because they're really good at that. So, yep. Okay, well that's kind of like all of them short. Guardian has a lot of healing. So let's go to the next one. We're gonna pick. I'm gonna do engineer. Why not? Of course, this is where you do your stuff. Body features. I don't know what I want to do. New move. Whoa. Well, Zora is supposed to be small, so let's do this. Physique. You can choose every one you want. I'll just choose a random one. Skin color. I'm gonna choose this one. Okay then. Skin markings. This is all pretty self-explanatory. I have no idea what I'm doing. Hairstyles. You can buy stuff later on in the game that gives you more hair options and more colors and everything. So this is not what you're limited to. And you can buy stuff with in-game money, so don't worry about it. Faces, skin, and color. Why is it giving me skin color again? Okay. Let's do these eyes. Oh my gosh. No, let's do these eyes. No, that's creepy. These eyes. Oh my god, these eyes are horrifying. What? Okay, let's just do these. Ears, they all look like they're related to Dobby from Harry Potter, to be honest. Oh. Blah blah blah, I don't feel like doing any of those. You can play around with that on your own. Let's do random colors. That is horrible. Okay, that's kind of better. Not really. My most useful tool. So basically, this is what you get when you start. You get one of these, which you can just throw away later. It's kind of like a headgear and stuff like that. Let's do eye goggles. Whatever you choose here depends on how you're gonna be in your personal story. So I don't know. You can choose whichever you want. I'll choose dignity. This influences your personal story too. So I'm just gonna do random one dynamics. My first one, also for your personal story, Infinity Ball, Zynga. She looks kind of creepy. They all look really disturbing. Okay. And I'm gonna name myself Count. Let's see. Don't judge me. I have no idea why I'm naming myself that. Here comes the cutscene. And now that you have that done, you fight the boss that is depending on which race you chose, and it's the same boss for every single person that chooses the same race, and then you may begin your story.